So remember a while back I talked to you about the Russian sex ministry. Right. Yeah, no, sex ministry. It's a ministry, like an office, like a bureaucracy, right? That controls their birth rate problem. They have a really bad problem. I did not realize the extent of the problem. I was wondering about it, so I watched a documentary, and boy, I get it now. Did you know that they are approximately 3.5 times the size of the United States? Okay, this is something I need you to understand. The United States could fit in it. Do you understand? Many a time. Okay, all right. Yet they have less than half our population. Almost a full fifth of their population is condensed into Moscow and St. Petersburg. The rest is spread out over that massive landmass. It's almost 4 times the size of the United States, okay? Do you understand? Right. There's a lot of space, not a lot of people to occupy it and keep it functional. You can't hold the land if you don't got people on the land. This happened to Rome. When Rome had reached its maximal expansion point, it covered the whole of North Africa, most of Europe, and up into the British Isles, right? Yeah. As soon as something went down with the emperor, as soon as Rome was sacked, everyone else was out. All that extended empire that they had built, the soldiers literally walked out. Because they were all locals. They'd been poached from the locals. They all dropped their spears, poached all the stones from the buildings, and built a house somewhere else with a nice little lady from the town. You get what I'm saying? The Roman Empire fell apart because there were no Romans left to occupy it. And they couldn't spread out far enough, and the locals took over. In this case, there's no locals. There's just land. No wonder they want to pay women to have 8 to 10 children apiece. Except it's a big-ass country, guys. How do you get goods to and from? You got to transport them. Who's going to maintain that transportation? Right. You think our infrastructure's bad? Imagine if we were 4 times larger with half as many people and also communist. Yeah. Their country's falling apart. And he has already cost 1 million Russian male lives. He's flattening an entire generation and then trying to pay people on either side of it to resupply the population. Unfortunately, they're already down under 1%. Whoa. Communism falls apart if there are no babies. Who's going to take care of all those old folks? Who's going to work enough to support them? And they're also, by trying to take over Ukraine, which happens to be a very wealthy area in terms of its ability to produce grain and so forth, they want to take that over. They want to annex that and the people. The problem is they've already killed off a generation of Ukrainian men, or they're making a good go of it. You see what I'm saying? This kind of behavior, this conquering bullshit, it's stupid. Humans figured out a while back. It's stupid! And it never turns out good. Okay, Russia, you're gonna lose. You are. You are. It's just physics, bruh. You push too hard, it swings back, it hits you in the face. It's just always the way it goes. You get too big, you fall even harder. It's so big, it has so few people! And I need you to understand that America itself, the country of America, has half the world's guns. Most of our biggest criminal enterprises, like, let's say, the cartels in Mexico, they are entirely armed with our guns. What happens when we have 1/4 the landmass, twice as many people, and half the world's guns? You really think, okay, sure, bruh. Not to mention all the fucking nuclear weapons. Not like we should mention those. In fact, they should all go away. In fact, nuclear weapons shouldn't exist. Period. Flat. Done. End. End of discussion. We're done now. Nobody gets to have a weapon that can end the world. Sorry. It's just not fair, okay? Anyway, Russia's trying to fix their problem by paying women and creating an entire cultural movement to push women to... you realize that's going to lead to a lot of misery for women, right? Lots and lots of justified abuse. Their economy? It's less than 10 years from collapse. They're also running low on certain resources. They're being cut off from the world because the world doesn't want to deal with them. Now, they've rallied because they've gone behind everyone's back and done BRICS, and now people are trying to cut America out, and so they're switching to BRICS. But that ain't going to fix the problem, and it certainly isn't going to help them win this 3-day war. What year are we in now? Not to mention the fact they've been aggregating their wealth in their oligarchy, which means that the riches are really rich, and everybody else is really poor. Did you not learn from the Bolsheviks, guys? I would have thought you'd remember that.